Hi, this is Sandy, and I just finished this little Sugar Britches journal. She's about 4.5 by 5.5 inches, chocked full of wonderfulness, and I've named her Sweet Charlotte. That's just what I thought of when I looked at that image. And as those of you who follow me know, I really like sweetness, and I like a lot of old images of children and quotes having to do with that. And so inside the front cover, I almost always, I hand tear my papers. I don't use a tool. I just, tear it by hand ink it, coffee dye my papers, and go ahead and hand ink those edges if I need to. But anyway, this old pair of shoes, it says a record to leave behind, and here's the tag, the little bunny that I will write on the back for whoever can't live without this little journal. And this is just an image. I do a lot with lace, as most of you know, and I fold my pages so that you can add your own photographs, your own journal cards, whatever you want to do, and just lace and buttons and twine and cord. And this says childhood is the most beautiful of all life seasons, and I thought she was appropriate here. Very sweet, elegant, sophisticated young woman, a girl, and I thought those laces complemented that. It's another area to fill in, use it as a pocket, and this is another little lace pocket with it's a double pocket with a little image behind and a little tag, and I like to use just whimsical images. And this one says forever friends, and the quote is, wherever you are, my love will find you. That can be appropriate in any kind of journal or any kind of situation to a loved one. This little girl's at the beach, so I've used this textured, it's not really cheesecloth, I'm not real sure. It's a little heavier than, well, it might just be a heavier grade cheesecloth actually, but it's coffee dyed, and I use a lot of snippets. I keep every little piece, it seems like, and I use them. Childhood dreams are forever stuffed in our souls. Take them out and play sometimes. That's sort of what we do with these journals. We're creating, and for me, it's a form of play and getting involved with the images and searching for appropriate quotes. And here's a paper doily that I have I did coffee dye it very faintly. We didn't realize we were making memories. We just knew we were having fun. And this little bunny image. This little bunny, stuffed bunny looking out the window is just, I thought, appropriate with that quote. And I just love that little guy. I've used him before in other journals that are gone now. And this little girl dancing, dance to the light of the moon. And these are old Lucina images and pixie dust and files, different designers. I love this depth of this particular image, an old bear, old linens window. And I have done a flip page, as you can see, and some heavier cheesecloth behind the images. This one says, I have glued the other part of that doily. I've got a secret because this is what she looks like. I've got something to tell you. They're just so cute with their little ring of flowers in their hair, little sisters holding hands. And this little sweet girl I named Bessie, and I chose the quote, a child only gets one. Childhood, let them be kids. They're not kids very long. People push their kids to grow up way too fast. That's my opinion. The mud and dirt will wash off, but the childhood memories will last a lifetime. And that's what we hope for our children, grandchildren. We now have one little great-granddaughter. So, and this image I have used in baby shower gifts when I've made journals as a baby shower gift. It's a gift that nobody else is, it's an unusual but very appreciated gift to young mothers, and I like that image. These old shoes with baby's breath, they tell their own story, don't they? Yeah, they do. And she looks like she's from the 40s. This looks like a little dress my mom would have made me, and my hair was curlier than that, but where did all the years go? And these little pieces, I've made them into pieces of ephemera, but they're old Lucina, her kit, the Reading Passion, has these wonderful little mice and bunnies in it, and I just cut them off the pages and use them. I make my own ephemera in different ways. This little girl, we got plenty of little granddaughters have played dress up, looking out the window at our house. This is an antique hanky, and I just left it like it is. I coffee dyed it and then just decorated a little bit. This quote, a child's mind is not a container to be filled, but rather a fire to be kindled, by Dorothea Brand. Thought that was a good reminder. And this is just a torn page and a piece of paper that I have folded and tied with a strip of torn off the edge of a old linen to journal on inside. It's blank, so you can love this little boy and his dog fishing. And the quote is, take your children out in nature and leave the toys behind. These are Aldocina's little mice. This piece of lace sort of made me think of water. I even try to put the lace with the feel of the page. Here's a little rock with a heart. And some little girls' dresses. And I put a doily on the page, and then one of the bunnies reading. And this, from little seeds grow mighty trees. And Shirley Temple, when she was a little girl, her expression was just real appropriate for the end of this little journal, I thought. This little baby, I usually stencil on the back of the journal cards, but you can use them easily and write on them without. I'll probably add a piece of lace right there. I sort of see things I want to add as I do something like this. Love this trim. This trim is part of a collection of a dear, dear friend of mine of 40 years or so. Wonderful doll maker. And in many of the doll magazines, her name was Judy McDonald. And when she passed away of cancer, her daughter and husband sent me wonderful pieces of lace like this that I sparingly use because it's hard for me to part with them, but it was so appropriate for that little image, I thought. And here's the back of the cover. I just put this little guy, and I've used him before, and I have put different names on him. Once it was Theodore, once it was Jerome. He's so serious about his little lunchbox, and he's dedicated, and you just know when he grew up, he was successful. His determination and strength is shown in that little image. And here's what I did with the spine. And the front has layers of lace, you know, two types of lace, some sari silk, some buttons, some lace, some thread, some tissue paper. Had to get the polka dots in there. But her name is Sweet Charlotte, and she's 95, and I ship my little journals like this priority, and that's usually 10. I only ship in the United States because of the cost of shipping, but you can private message me on Facebook or on the YouTube channel, and you can find me if you're interested. And I hope the rain has finally stopped here in Georgia, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. It's turning out to be a pretty hot but beautiful sunny day here. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.